गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पता न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यम् भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुते स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We read from 85th Sutras. Anukrutestasya cha api cha smaryate shabdadeva pramitaha hridyapekshaya tu manusyadikaratvad tad uparyapi badarayana sambhavat virodhah karmaniti chennanek pratipattir darshanat. Not Viro, be careful. Every day I'm done. Virodha karmani chenna neka pratipattir darshana. Pratipatti, you're saying pratipatta. Every day I'm chanting it. You said whole thing. You said Pratipattir. Tomorrow should be I'm chanting and you are making Shabdaiti Chenata Prabhavat Pratyakshanumanabhyam Shabdaiti Chenata Prabhavat Pratyakshanumanabhyam Hanumanabhyam Read from page 323. Last line. Kimatmakam punaha shabdam abhipretya idam shabda prabhavatvam uchyate spotamityaha varna pakshehi tesham utpanna pradhamsitva nityebhyah shabdebhyah devadivyaktinam prabhava iti anupannam syat utpanna pradhamsinascha varna pratyuccharanam अन्यथा च प्रतीयमानत्वात् तथा हि अदृश्यमानोऽपि पुरुष विशेषः अध्ययना ध्वनि श्रवणादेव विशेषतः निर्धार्यते देवदत्तो अयम् अधीते यज्ञदत्तो अयमधीते इति न च अयम् वर्णविशेषः अन्यथात्वप्रत्ययः मिथ्याज्ञानम् बाधकप्रत्ययाभावात् न च वर्णेभ्यः अर्थावगतिः युक्ता नहीं एकैको वर्णो अर्थं प्रत्याययेत व्यभिचारा न च वर्ण समुदाय प्रत्ययोस्ति क्रमवत्वात् वर्णानां पूर्व अनुभव जनित संस्कार सहितः अन्त्यो वर्णो अर्थम् प्रत्याययिष्यतीति यद्युच्यते तन्न संबंधग्रहणापेक्षो हि शब्दः स्वयं प्रतीयमानोऽर्थं प्रत्याययेद धूमादिवत् न च पूर्व वर्णानुभवजनित संस्कार सहितस्य अन्त्यवर्णस्य प्रतीतिरस्ति अप्रत्यक्षत्वात् संस्काराणां कार्यप्रत्यायितैः संस्कारैः सहितोऽन्त्यः वर्णान् अर्थं प्रत्याययिष्यतीति चेत् न संस्कार कार्यस्यापि स्मरणस्य क्रमवर्तित्वात् तस्मात् स्फुट एव शब्दः स च एकैकवर्णप्रत्याहित संस्कार बीजेऽन्त्य वर्ण प्रत्यय जनित परिपाके प्रत्ययन्येक प्रत्यय विषयतया झटिति प्रत्यवभासते न च अयमेक प्रत्ययो वर्ण विषया स्मृतिः वर्णानामनेकत्वात् एक प्रत्यय विषयत्व अनुपपत्तेः तस्य च प्रत्युच्चारणम् प्रत्यभिज्ञायमानत्वात् नित्यत्वं भेद प्रत्ययस्य वर्ण विषयत्वात् तस्मान्नित्यात् शब्दात् स्फोटरूपात् अभेदायकात् क्रियाकारक फललक्षणम् जगत अभिधेयभूतम् प्रभवतीति you will see some things. So what we saw yesterday was the topic is going on whether the devatas can have the body or not. And to this point it was said that devatas can have the body because only if the devatas have body they can have knowledge of the self. They can have Shravan, Manan, Dhyan. Purupaksh had said that devatas cannot have the body because Ved will become anitya and apramanik. Because devatas are subject to death and birth. And what will happen? The word Indra will remain, but Arth Indra won't be there. So it will, word which does not reveal anything will not become pramad. And slowly if the object goes away, word also will go away. And therefore anitya. To this point, Bhagavan Vedavyasa told that ataha prabhavat. It is not like that. We are not talking about the Indra Vachyartha. We are talking about the Indra Lakshyartha. We are talking about the Indraness and not the Vyakti Indra. We are not talking about one particular Indra. We are talking about the general Indraness. So, when you talk about a species or a group, so that ness does not die, but the person manifestation of that ness, one particular manifestation of that ness comes and goes. And therefore, the Arth also is Nitya and Shabd also is Nitya. And then he says, Vedyas Bhagavan, that from the words which are eternal, Nityasya Shabdasya Nityena Arthena Nitya Sambandha Asti. Of the eternal word, along with the eternal meaning, there is an eternal relationship. Okay, this is what we concluded. So, it is not that Paurusheya Pramana says that the word came later on. Paurusheya Shabda Pramana is not a Pramana, I told you, because the object comes first and it can be known by something else. On the other hand, the Apaurusheya, where word is already existing and it is revealing an object. Okay, so the Paurusheya Shabda Pramana, the word Indra is existing, and from that Indra word, the object Indra comes up. You heard that topic. Then the question was raised that you are saying that from the word the whole world has come, but you only were saying that world has come from Brahman. How will you solve this problem? Then it was said that Brahman is the Upadan Karan and this Shabd is the Nimitta Karan. Then it was asked that how do you say like that, because Brahman is the Nimitta and Upadan Karan. And to that it was said here, it is not that Shabd is the one, Shabd and Arth, that Ishwar or that Brahman is associated with the power of knowing of the words and the knowing of the meaning of the word. That makes the Brahman as Ishwar. A power in the Brahman associated with all the words of the Srishti, which were eternal words, and their corresponding meaning. The one who is associated with it is called Sarvagya. Yesterday you heard that anything Ishwar is associated with the word and the meaning. And then only he can create the world. When you also make something, so you know the word and you know the meaning also. Example of given of a pot, you can take any example. If you are creating, supposing a car, making a car, so you know what is the object car, and there is a corresponding dhvani or corresponding word that accelerator should be here, carburetor should be here, bonnet should be here. So you have a figure also, and you have a meaning of the figure also, and then the word of the figure also. So these are coexisting in the mind. You are only manifesting it. You saw that yesterday, that Shabd and the Arth both are existing and you are manifesting it. This is what is said in the last class, if you remember that. So both are coming together. And this whole Srishti, the word Akash is also existing and the meaning of the Akash is also existing. The word Agni is also existing and the meaning of the word Agni is also existing. Only thing is, if you want to convert the word into an object, you have to do a lot of actions, prarabdha, people are involved. For Ishwar, it is sankalpa matrena. He just thinks and it is created. So in the Ishwar, all the objects of the world are existing in two forms. One is the word and second it is the meaning of that word. They are already existing in the Ishwar. Only when the Srishti or the creation starts, he manifests that meaning. This we saw yesterday, if you remember. So there is no new word. The word is already existing, and the meaning of the word is already existing. I hope it is clear. Clear? So the Upadan Karan and the Nimitta Karan both are also clarified now. That Brahman is both the places it is there. Okay. Now, if this point is clear, and therefore these mantras are nitya. There are no new mantras. These mantras are nitya. And if you know, I had told about that. This is called mantra siddhi. Mantra siddhi means what? Corresponding to a certain mantra, cryptic word. There is an object existing. And if you can bring that siddhi in you, you will get the object of the particular mantra also. Mananat trayate. That after repeating which protects you is called mantra. Mananat trayate. Okay, so if you repeat a certain mantra, you will have an object corresponding to a certain mantra. Like Trambakam Yajamahe is a mantra. Gayatri is a mantra. Om Namah Shivaya is a mantra. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya is a mantra. So corresponding to this, you get different object. And this object and the mantras, they are not new, they are eternal, and they are already existing in the mind of the Ishwar. Okay, this topic, I hope you have assimilated, digested. I can only explain it, but to make it your own, you have to go back and try to dwell upon it, think upon it, till you get the point. Okay. Now, another topic is coming here. What is the topic now? So the word Shabda is translated as word. Now analysis is, what is the word? Word. What is the word? Not world. Word. W-R-D. World. Not world. Not W-O-R-L-D. It is word. W-O-R-D. What is the word? This is the topic now. Very common definition is there. But the collection of the letters the particular connection of letters giving rise to the meaning, one unitary meaning of in the mind is called the word. Any collection of letter is not the world. That collection of letter which brings forth one unitary meaning in the mind is called the world. Supposing I say that LOTOS, LOTUS. So when I say LOTUS, so this is one word. Why? And so because when I say LOTUS, it is bringing forth one flower in your mind. But if I say UTOS, UTOS, so it is not a word because there is no image coming in the mind. So every collection of any letter is not a word. Certain collection of letter giving birth to one unitary meaning. I'm using the word unitary. One meaning. Lotus is a word. Cap is a word. Road is a word. Because moment I pronounce it, there is a one meaning coming in your mind. I said lotus and meaning came. I said road, meaning came. I said baby boy, meaning came. I said giraffe, meaning came. Immediately. I said zebra, meaning came. Right? But if I say utos, no meaning is coming. You will say what? How do you spell? UTOS. I don't know what is the meaning of that. I don't know what is the meaning of that. Is there a word existing or what? I don't know. You see some dictionary also. Dictionary is English dictionary. You don't say. So supposing I say the word VKC lily. So although it's a collection of letters, but it doesn't have any word. How do you spell WIKISIE? So you have no meaning coming. So a group of letters arranged in a particular order, so that group becomes a unitary word, and unitary word produces a unitary meaning. Clear unitary meaning. Agreed? Well, yes, agreed. I have no problem. What problem you have? No, the little subtle purpaksh, please be careful. I've been talking about this sportvad many times. And here, interesting point is that sportvad is the purpaksh here. In this particular incident, not in the way of the making of the world. So, sportvad is a grammarian. And he is saying, sorry, sir, I have objection with your conclusion. Right? I have lot of objection. Oh, why? Why you have objection? Because any word as a unitary entity cannot exist. Law. This is a purpaksh, this opponent. He is saying, what is he saying? Any word, cat word, dog word as a unitary entity cannot exist. How? It is existing? Wait, let me first complete the thought. Or there is the elephantist thing. There is a word called encyclopedia. Schizophrenia. Yeah? Schizophrenia. Huh? Schizophrenia. Hmm. Hmm. Philadelphia. They're all words. He's saying, please get the point what he's saying. He's saying that no word as a unitary entity can really exist. Not by writing. There is no word can exist. Why understand that? Why it cannot exist? I'm telling you. He said, word you said is a collection of letters. Exit? What you said. I always agree to that part. When you have a collection of letters, so at a time you can pronounce only one letter. At a time you can pronounce one letter. Supposing you say apple or you say pineapple. Let us make it pineapple. Some people like pineapple, which I don't like. So, because if sour is there, salt I add, very less salt I take, don't worry. Supposing pineapple is there. So he's saying, please see their intelligence. He's saying the word pineapple does not exist, cannot exist as a unitary entity. Well, but I am getting the meaning of pineapple. But wait, what I'm saying is that a group of letters, because pineapple is a group of letters, Pineapple. Or if I make it more shorter, Pineapple. Pineapple. Right, always. At a time, you are pronouncing pineapple simultaneously, or there is a sequence in that. So he said there is a sequence in that. If I pronounce in slow motion, so it will be in right? Yes. That means the one, unless, don't see the writing one, in your mind you think the sound one. Unless one letter is pronounced and that goes away, then only another letter can come. When you are pronouncing pine apple. So when pi has gone, then ni comes. When ni has gone, then a comes. Then even a had gone, then p comes. And then p had gone, then l comes. Then pineapple. So to really get the meaning, you have to keep on pronouncing in a sequence. But two letters cannot be pronounced simultaneously. They're pronounced sequentially. When you are pronouncing pi word, the ni word is not there. After pi goes away, then ni comes. After ni goes away, then a comes. After a goes away, then p comes. And then after p goes away, then l comes. L. Are you getting my point? So there is no the concurrent pronunciation of all the letters. Simultaneously, you are not saying pi, na. One goes, then other comes. Second goes, then third comes. Third goes, then fourth comes. Therefore, at the end, you get the meaning. I said, okay. Any word, whether it is pineapple, whether it is elephant, whether it is camel, whether it is dog, g. So you pronounce with very fast speed, therefore you are not able to see that. But actually one letter is pronounced, and if it is not pronounced properly, it won't make the sense. It won't make the sense. So one letter is pronounced, then second letter comes, first gone, second comes, then second gone, third comes, like that it goes. Okay. He's saying that the group of letters do not exist. Very big statement. How? Not in writing. Because they are not together. They are not pronounced together. The group of letters are not pronounced together. One dies away, then only second comes. So how can you have the total simultaneously you don't hear the word pineapple. Actually, you are not hearing the word pineapple. All letters are not pronounced simultaneously. One letter is pronounced after another letter. And therefore, the group of letters making a word is not right. But we have the knowledge of the word pineapple. Wait, I will tell you how the knowledge comes. But what you are saying, that the group of letters making a word comes up, this is not a possibility. And that word revealing the object also, therefore, is not problem. कैसी बात है भाई? I feel the group of letters are existing. He said, no, one letter is over, then second comes, second is over, then. Unless the previous one dies, other one won't come. Unless the previous one dies, you do not have a. When you are pronouncing pi, then ni, a, pil, all these words are not there at that time. So when you are pronouncing pi, then it had to die, then other was ni will. Pi, na. So pi, na, then na had to die, then other word will. So previous one is dying, then the other ones are coming. Are you catching their point? Okay. It is not that you are, therefore there is no possibility of group of letters existing together. Group of, not on the copy, at the sound level. Not at the copy, don't think the copy. Your mind is going on the copy. What you write in the book, not that. That is that is existing together. If you write on the copy pineapple, that letter will exist together. Shall I give another example? Because this you like a lot, therefore your mind will go to the taste. Therefore, I'm saying, oh, I started with the wrong example. Because I can see some people have very bright face after they heard pineapple word. Anyway. And they put in salad also pineapple to make it worse for me. Anyway. Because sour fruits, I don't take sour fruits. Okay, next point. Please know, this is Purupaksh going on. Yet the answer has to come. This is the Sportwad is saying these points. He said, Acha, supposing I say thoughts are unitary. Unitary means existing together as a unit. Pineapple word is not existing together. Like our body is unitary. It is, you can see the whole body. It's not that first hand come, then leg is there, then mouth is there, then stomach is there. Whole body is a unit. At existing simultaneously. That is called unit. So this pineapple word is not existing simultaneously. The sound are sequential. Okay. Supposing you say, Purupaksh will go on. Supposing you say that the thought pineapple is a unitary. Okay, sounds are not unitary. I'm going slowly so that you can catch it. Sounds are not unitary. Sounds are sequential. They're not unitary. Like traffic is there. Traffic is not a unitary thing. One goes, other comes. Like you say, a fleet of car. A fleet of car is not unitary thing because one is going, then only you are experiencing. fleet of cars are there. Now, supposing I say thoughts are unitary, if sounds are unitary, why? Suppose thought, they say no, thought is also not unitary. Why? Because thought is also a kind of flow is going on. Coming and going is there. And at no time all the letters will be in your mind. At no times all the letters will be. When E thought comes, supposing I say elephant, then Li thought is not there. When Li thought comes, then Fa thought is not. So thoughts are also coming in a sequence. At a time all the thoughts are not there. Okay. Why? Because every thought is chanik. It comes and goes. Thought comes and goes. First was sound, now the thought. Thought comes and goes. E thought came, went away. Then Li thought came. Then Fe thought came. Then Fa thought went away. And thought came. Then for elephant, so one thought of coming and thought is going. Because vritti is chanik. This is the second point. Urupaksh is going on. Okay, supposing I say the samskar are unitary. All samskar is unitary. So he says, he means Sportvadi. He says no. Because samskar is not pratyaksh. They are not visible. Therefore, they cannot communicate. So we are not talking about the samskar. You don't go to the samskar. Supposing I say fourth point. Supposing I say samskar produces memory and these memories produce a unitary word. He said no. Because samskar can be converted into a unitary. Converted into memory is a chronological process. Because memory vritti cannot simultaneously. Memory cannot be simultaneous. Memory is always sequential. So when sequential word is not existing, how can the sequential memory will be existing? And therefore your basic concept, what? Varna samudaya shabdaha. This is Vedanta saying. Akshar samudaya shabdaha. The collection of letters is a word. The collection of letters is a word. That what you are saying is not right. Okay, then what do you want to say? If this is not right, but I have the knowledge of the word. How the knowledge of the word takes place? How the knowledge? Because I know the word is pineapple, word is apple, word is elephant, word is camel. You all know. If that knowledge does not take place, then how it takes place? I'll tell you how it takes place. How it takes place. He says, he means Purupaksh. When the letters are uttered in a particular order, please be careful. When the letters are uttered in a particular order, and the last letter after it is uttered and concluded, then these letters, after being concluded, they bring rise to one entity. They invoke one entity called Sphota. No. Again say, when any letter is uttered, supposing you are uttering the letter lotus, lo, ta and sa. After the sa is over, then please note, one entity called Sphot is invoked. Dhyan dena. Earlier when it was said that letters produce sound. And now it is said that letters are invoking something called Sphot. Sphotyate aksharehi abhivyajyate. There is a unitary entity which is activated. Some unitary some unitary entity. Unitary means one. One entity is activated by what? By the letters. Oh. And then that unitary entity which is activated, then that entity reveals the meaning. So the collection of the letters called word does not reveal, but after the collection of the letters are uttered, then that utterance invokes a particular entity, unitary entity called sport. Then that sport reveals the meaning. So one is producing the word, other is invoking the entity. I hope you are little clear. So that sport is called the Shabda, and not the collection of letter is called the Shabda. How much they think. You cannot think also how much they can think. Like sometimes beggar cannot imagine how much money the richest person of the world will have. Our imagination is very small. He can't imagine very big also. So there is something called $1 billion. He has not seen even $1,000. Or maybe $1,000 he has not seen in his hand, or $100,000. We cannot imagine that somebody can have $1 billion. Or somebody is the owner of 100 properties in 100 countries. He is struggling for his loaf of bread. You cannot imagine. Our imagination is also very less. You cannot imagine that somebody can be having so big money, or somebody has his own jet aircraft. In Johannesburg, one person was there. So traffic was too much. He owned jet. So to cross the road, he used his aircraft. Ab batao. Owning jet means what? Fuel pilot, you have to hire pilot. Private pilots are there. Maintaining aircraft, it needs lot of engineers, etc. We can't think also. These film stars and all these, they own. And this Mukesh Ambani is there. Mukesh Ambani. His wife is Neeta Ambani. Her birthday was there. So in the birthday, he gave aircraft. Not the toy aircraft that we gave. We can only think in the birthday one can give only toy aircraft. Sari one can give. Ring one can give. One necklace we can give. Similarly, we have so much, we have yet to develop how much they can think and how much they can, they can go in the vastness of the subject. It is difficult for us to think. See, there's a Tippani also, Tika also. This is Kailas Ashram. Kailas Ashram has done wonderful work. In Rishikesh, even in Uttarkashi, near our ashram, Kailas Ashram is there. Near our ashram. If you go in the evening, you will feel the saints of Kailas Ashram are there, Gangaji. They have the love for knowledge. And not to tell to anybody, for themselves they revel. They are not interested in that they have to. If any disciple comes, then they teach it. They are not interested in having many disciples. They say, if you come and if you have interest, I'll teach you. I'm not interested in getting a lot of people. If nobody is there, they'll sit in their room and they'll study and they will meditate on that. They don't have lokeshara, that I want to see many people. So, I'm repeating it. This is a little subtle point. I hope you'll understand that. There are 2 points of view. One is Vedanta, other is Sportvada. Generally, I have used the word Sportvada earlier also. But here Sportvada is a Purupaksh. Interesting point is there. Vedanta says that the combination of the letters is called word. Simple definition. Sportsvad says, my dear, while listening, there is no possibility of the elements of the word existing together. Tuberculosis. This itself, tuberculosis. All these letters are coming after another earlier one has died, then other come. Then how these letters are coming? These letters are coming when you have already pronounced the word tuberculosis. After the closest word is closed, this invokes a word. This invokes one unitary entity called sport. And that sport is revealing the meaning of the word tuberculosis. So there are 3 stages. One is letter utterance, other is sport coming out, and third is meaning coming out. I'm repeating it. One stage is letter utterance, other is sport manifestation, and third is meaning manifestation. Okay. So letter leads to sport leads to meaning or communication. Letter cannot directly communicate because they are not there. They die away. If they exist, other letter won't be able to come. If they exist, other letter cannot come here. Okay. So what do you mean by that? When I say Shabd Pramana, the Shabd Pramana means sport Pramana. When you say Ved Shabda, so Shabd is not in the form of letter collection. Shabda, word, please note, because we are conditioned by the word meaning collection of letter. He is saying Shabd is not collection of letters. Shabd is a kind of sport. So when you say words of the Vedas are eternal, that means sport is eternal. Sport. We'll see more later on. Okay. And therefore, if you consider that the collection of the letter is the word, 2 defects are there. First thing, it cannot communicate. Right? Because earlier one is dying one. So there is nothing existing. It is not existing really. Because earlier one is dying, then second is coming. Second is dying, then third is coming. Third is dying, then fourth is coming. Fourth is dying, then fifth is coming. So there is no combination possible when individual element itself dies. And second point is that if this letter will die away, that means how Vedas will be eternal then, because it is dying away. When the letters are dying away, because individual letters are itself ephemeral. So when individual letters are ephemeral, then the word will be ephemeral. When word will be ephemeral, then Vedas will become ephemeral. Supposing I say cat is going. So first is each letter is ephemeral. Then I come to the meaning of the cat. Then after after the cat word has gone, then is word will come in my mind. So one word has to disappear, then other word will come. Then is word came, then it came. Then is word. At the time when cat word comes, at the same time is, and cat won't overlap. Cat has to go, then cat is come. So cat is going as a sequential. Therefore, if two people simultaneously talk, then you say, by one person keep quiet. I'm not able to hear. Sometimes, I ask who has come, and three people are there. All three stay together. Same thing. But because they are overlapping, supposing they say, no, Mahendran has come. Mahendran had come. All three said, oh, Mahendran. So when he said Mahendran, other person is, third person come. So that all overlap. Therefore I couldn't hear. Then I'll say, okay, you stop, one person please talk. On your behalf, one person. Think over it. Enjoy it. Don't worry about that. So Veda will become Nitya. Now there are few points to answer them now. Beautiful answers are there. Acha. What is the answer now? So answer question was asked. He said, okay. Supposing Bhashakar comes. He said, tell me, what is a sport? So is a sport is a unitary, something unitary object is there. A sport is the one which is a unitary, something in a unit is called a sport. Because unitary can reveal a unit. Something in part cannot reveal a unit. So unitary something can unify. So you are saying that lot of letters reveal a unitary sport. Yes. And unitary sport reveals a unitary meaning. Three things are there. Collection of letters, then unitary sport, then unitary meaning. Now the question has been asked to sport God. What? If you say unitary sport has come, tell me, unitary sport has come from letters or one letter? Has it come from group of letter or has it come from one letter? Ab bolo bhai. Now because single letter cannot reveal the sport. Because you only said one dies away. So how can the one letter reveal the whole sport? And if you say group of letters, then you only said group does not exist together. Then how can it reveal the sport? Now with your argument only I am asking you. With your argument, how can individual reveal the unit? Because you said that the collection does not exist. And when collection does not exist, then your unitary sport also won't exist. I hope you got. This is the first point, first argument. We'll have series of points. Oh. I'm using your gun to shoot. Therefore, they say don't keep guns here because they will first take your gun only. So guard with the gun is a little dangerous because they use the same gun to shoot the same guard. When they come, first thing they ask is, do you have a gun or not? These robbers. They don't like you should have a gun. Anyway, so we'll proceed with the argument tomorrow. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.